Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we will be discussing about interior design ideas, landscaping and architecture. Designing your own home is the perfect chance to be as creative as you like and unleash your inner architect and interior designer skills. It's actually a lot more technical than just choosing a theme or style for your home or sticking with a color scheme. All the essential elements of your home must complement with one another, and not to mention, must be flexible and open for possible redecorating in the future. For those aspiring homeowners looking to live the dream, there are at least 5 potential tips to consider when designing your own home. Tip number 1. Think about an open plan for your home design. As you and your designer begin playing around with where various rooms should be located, consider how your final design will flow and how your family might function in each space. For instance, to reduce noise in sleeping areas, it's wise to place bedrooms away from the communal areas of the house. Likewise, if you're the kind of family that tends to gather around the kitchen, an open floor plan with easy flow between the living room, kitchen and dining area will suit you well. This kind of design also allows for excellent flow between rooms. An open plan house can also bring many benefits. Light flows much easier throughout the house and they generally look more aesthetically pleasing. The modern trend for living spaces is to design houses with a good compromise between the large open plan spaces you might want and the intimate, cozy spaces you will almost certainly want for a degree of privacy. Large open internal spaces, combined with flat walls and hard floors, increase the internal reverberation of all noises created inside and outside the home. You might want to design your open plan areas with a few more walls and doors than you had originally planned. Tip number 2. Think ahead and make sure you design your house for your family. Unless you want to pay for some extensive renovations later on, make sure you analyze the way you and your family live and ensure this is reflected in the design of the home. Planning ahead will save you the worry and budget issues in the future, and will even widen your creativity for possible dual-purpose rooms and the flow of spaces. Do you have or plan on having children in the coming years? Do you have aging parents? If so, you'll need to think about accommodating close family members in many different scenarios, such as accommodating grandchildren and grandparents, taking care of elderly parents, even accommodating extended family for holiday occasions. Likewise, if you're hoping to transition from an office job to operating your own business out of your home design should include an office area or flexible space. Additionally, your kids are probably going to want to play outside, so locate your outdoor play area next to the kitchen where you can see them. You might also want to not have any stairs and a fence around the property to begin with. Basically, when you think about the amenities in your home plan, you are deciding what kind of family you'd like to become. Include features your future self will find handy. Tip number 3. Finding your room focal point. A room's focal point is its most emphasized feature. It's the thing your eyes are naturally drawn to when you walk into the room, and everything around the focal point complements it. If you're lost with how to start decorating a room, finding its focal point is a good start. Many rooms have built-in focal points. A living room with a bricked backdrop, for example, or a kitchen with an accented wall. Once you find the focal point, decorate around it. Use its main color and elements throughout the rest of the room. You can also frame it. If your focal point is a large window with a view, you might arrange your furniture to frame it. If it's a large mirror or an interesting piece of artwork, you might frame it with 2 smaller elements on either side. The ideas are endless when it comes to decorating. Tip number 4. Lighting is key when designing the rooms of your home. Lighting could be a whole post in itself, but here's what you should consider when you don't know much about it. First, learn the 3 basic types of lighting. Ambient lighting. Ambient lighting is also called the general lighting, and it's the overhead lighting meant to evenly illuminate a room. Task lighting. As its name suggests, task lighting is meant to light a specific task. A lamp in the living room might light a reading area. Under cabinet lights in a kitchen serve as task lights for countertops. Accent lighting. Accent lights are meant to highlight a particular object. You might see them on painting, for example. Adding different types of lighting can give your room dimension. Start with ambient lighting in each room, and then consider how you can use task and accent lighting. Moreover, the best type of lighting for any room in a house is natural light. Take advantage of the beauty of sunlight in your area and install large windows for spaces like the living area and dining room, and skylights for bedrooms. Tip number 5. Get advice on construction techniques for your dream home. The final trap people fall into regularly is not getting advice from experts in the field. While you know what you want and shouldn't stray too far from your original plan, there will always be limitations and things you can't do. This is where you need advice and recommendations from experienced professionals. Designing your own home can be very difficult, and there will no doubt be many people during the process that will have an influence on the final product. But you are the one who is going to live there, so keep these influences in check and remain focused on your original plan. Consider your budget, ideas, and the scope of the project before searching, and remember to ask a lot of questions. For some homeowners, the dwelling in the land on which it stands is a major asset, and for many it is their main asset. After all, your home is probably going to be the single biggest investment you ever make. So take your time, make sensible decisions, and design a realistic, functional family home. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.